Hello, hello, hello. This is Gresh from the I Am CEO podcast, and I have two very special guests on the show today. I have Phillips and Nekol Gaskins of Glamourina. Kia and Nekol, it's awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
having
having us.
No problem. Super excited to have you both on. And before we jumped in, I want to read a little bit more about Kia and Nekol so you can hear about all the awesome things that they're doing. And Glamourina is the go-to activewear apparel brand for culturally conscious women, birthed in the culturally diverse melting pot of the Washington, D.C. area. Co-owners Kia and Nekol are working mothers who share a passion to design fashionable clothing that inspires and uplifts women. Their mission is to encourage all women to live healthy, active lifestyles by providing cultural and unique activewear for all body types. With apparel for the culturally conscious woman requiring representation, Kia and Nekol are determined to restore the chocolate city soul in women around the globe by offering a quality product that demands the attention from the ancestors. Glamourina's apparel is changing the industry by bringing a contemporary feel into the marketplace while effectively addressing the needs of activewear lovers across the globe with a vintage twist. The Washington, D.C. based brand is more than just an ordinary clothing line. It's an inspiring lifestyle choice. Kia and Nekol, are you ready to speak to the IMCO community?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's do it. So to kick everything off, I know I read your bio and all the awesome things that you're doing. Could you take us through what I call your CEO story to let us know a little bit more on how you came up and started with this phenomenal idea?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I'll start. I always start with this question. So Nekol and I came together back in 2015. Before that, Glamourina was a blog that I had where I was highlighting local artists and designers in the DMV area. And then I took some time off, and when I decided to come back to Glamourina, I saw that Nekol was an artist and she had her own like painted shoe line. So I approached her about possibly doing some type of collaboration. And after, that was in 2015. So after a couple of years, we really came up with this decision to create an athletic line, culturally inspired athletic line. And we launched our first collection in 2017.
Nice. Absolutely love that. It's so funny how, and I'm a big blog guy, so it's always, I'm always pro blogging. It's always great to hear how something just kind of starts out and then you find somebody that's, just as, creative and has their own zone of genius, and you kind of come together and you create something phenomenal.
Yep, that's exactly kind of how things happen for us.
Nice. And so I wanted to hear a little bit more about the line. Could you take it, the brand, I should say, could you take us through a little bit more on, what exactly we can find and what exactly it stands for as well?
Sure. So Glamourina, as you read, is the go-to activewear brand for culturally conscious women. So what Kia and I do is try to create attractive, culturally inspired prints and designs that really cater to women of color in our different body types. We offer a wide range of sizes, extra small to 3XL, just making sure that we try to cover the full range of body types that are out there. And we're an inclusive brand. We always consider our audience. And we actually try to offer as many activewear pieces as possible. So we would like to be the one-stop shop where you can find everything from your headbands and beanies down to your athletic socks, leggings, pretty much everything that you need for to be equipped for your workout. So we're really trying to incorporate a lot of different items in our collections that we release each year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that. And, I often say the phrase kind of making a way out of no way. And I love, when I was reading your bio, and as you just said too, so many times, I think it's a beautiful time that we live in now, because if there isn't something that exists in true entrepreneurial form, you decide to create it. And as you mentioned, not having that inclusivity and that representation, you decided to create this clothing brand that's helping to kind of fulfill all those gaps.
For
Yeah,
sure.
like Nekol said, we just felt like we were not represented in the activewear market. We really didn't see women that looked like us. And if we did, that woman was this kind of, monolithic type. She was super fit. She looked a certain way. Her hair was a certain way. And we really just wanted to showcase the diversity of Black women and women of color, that we come in different shapes and sizes and colors, hues. Our hairs are different. So we really aim to represent that when we are promoting Glamourina.
Yeah, that's so huge. And again, I'm sure there's a lot of people, that are seeing your line and seeing the brand and everything that you're doing and saying, I'm glad something finally is created for me, because so many times, as you said, you see the commercials, you see the Instagram ads, the Facebook, whatever it might be, and you feel like you're not represented, and it doesn't just fit for who you are and even what you stand for.
Right. Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I wanted to ask you now for what I call your secret sauce. And this could be for you or your brand or a combination of both, but what do you feel kind of sets you apart and makes you unique?
Yeah, I think there's multiple factors that make us unique and set us apart from, other brands that may be similar or in our industry. One is that, we are a brand that cares a lot about our customers. We consider them our tribe. We're on our fourth collection right now, which is called the Tribe Collection, because we feel like we're a family. So we communicate, we're very transparent with our audience, and we love to provide, quality customer service wherever it fits, wherever it's needed, because that's important. A lot of major brands don't always keep that in the front of their minds, in the forefront of their business, and that's something that we've been doing since day one, something that we plan to continue. The more we grow, we plan to keep that family relationship with our audience, because that's important for people to know, the people that are supporting you, to know that you're here and they feel like they can relate to you. I think that's why we actually started the brand, because we wanted to show women that look like us that you are represented, you are included. So we want to keep that family, tribe, community aspect to our business. And that's one thing that definitely sets us apart, along with our inclusivity, our size range, and our designs that are unique to us.
Yeah, absolutely love those kind of, it sounds like, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong, those are like foundational blocks of how you built the business to be able to showcase that. And I feel like so many times, brands and organizations can sometimes lose the why of what it is that they're doing and lose that ability to kind of represent the people that haven't been represented before. And I love that that's a foundation block that you have now, and obviously will continue to have in the future.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. Nicole mentioned, we also strive to be transparent. So, we really take pride in just communicating. We show our faces to our customers and our followers. Sometimes you shop a brand and you have no idea who are the owners of the brand. Even when they say they're Black owned, like, you don't see them, not even on their website. So that's sometimes a little iffy to me, because you never really know who you're dealing with. But I think Nekol and I really take pride, as she mentioned, in our customer service, our exclusivity, and also just, again, making sure that we're always responding to our customers. So whenever we're getting an email, a DM, we really try to respond within 24, 48 hours. Actually, last night we had an Instagram live where we discussed, some shipping delays that we're having. So we just really take pride in just always communicating with our customers, with our followers, what's going on with the business, what's happening, just to always be transparent.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. And I think that, and I don't know if you all have experienced this as well too, is a lot of times with our dollars, we have the opportunity to really, with our dollars, support causes, support things that we believe in. And I think having that opportunity to have that family aspect, as you mentioned, and using like Instagram Live in different ways to kind of create that connection, continue the lines of that communication, it allows you to not only, of course, put your brand and what you stand for at the forefront, but I think it also helps people that are looking to support certain brands and have certain causes that they may not have been able to in the past. Now they're able to do that because they know you, they feel they're connected with you, and they feel part of the family.
Right.
Exactly.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I wanted to switch gears a little bit, and I wanted to ask you for what I call a CEO hack. So this could be like an app, a book, or a habit that you have. What's something that makes you more effective and efficient?
Let's see. There's so many.
Yeah. That's what makes it fun.
Mine is not necessarily a book. I think for me is journaling. So I started to do that a couple months ago. And really out of the request of my therapist, because I go to therapy. And so she really suggested that I start journaling. And I have found that, Nekol and I talk about this all the time, just how busy it is being mothers. We're both mothers of young daughters. We work full time, and then running Glamourina is a full-time job. And so our lives get super busy, and our minds get clouded and bombarded with just so many tasks. So there was a moment that I was having trouble sleeping. And so I started journaling before I went to bed just to kind of get it all out. And I feel like that's a CEO hack. I feel like that has helped me in my business and in my personal life, just so that I can get some rest and get it all down to kind of prepare for the next day.
Yeah, I think that's definitely very important for any CEO to just make sure you find that balance in life so that you are able to be level-headed to continue to build and grow your business. But I would say from a operational standpoint, as far as Glamourina, I think one hack that I think a lot of businesses could benefit from, especially if there are, whether you're an individual owner or if there's multiple partners, is apps that organize your tasks. We recently started working with Asana, an app that, you know, keeps your projects and kind of keeps you organized with what you have to do, what you're doing, what you've done. And I think that's very helpful to kind of organize your tasks. Like sometimes we have meetings and we talk about things we need to do and want to do, but we don't always organize those thoughts and those projects and ideas. So I think that's really helped us as we prepare for the next phase of Glamourina and really taking this as a worldwide brand. So I think something like that is, organization is key. Along with organizing your life, your emotions, you know, everything, the business aspect, organizing that is very important too.
Yeah, I absolutely love, you know, both of those hacks because, you know, so many times, as you mentioned, you know, so well, there's so many things that you're juggling when it comes related to business, let alone, you know, like you mentioned, you both are mothers, and then having, you know, the job and all of those things. It's hard to juggle all of those things. And I think it's almost to our detriment when we try to hold everything in, whether it be, you know, having a really great day and being able to journal it at the end of the day, or having, you know, these to-dos that you have to do based off a meeting and figuring out where to put that. So I love both of those hacks just because they go hand in hand, and it kind of reminds us of not trying to hold on to everything, not trying to do all the things, but be able to kind of put them in one place so that you can be present and be your best self in all aspects of life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome. So now I wanted to ask you for what I call a CEO nugget. So this could be like a word of wisdom or a piece of advice. It might be something you would tell a client, or if you hopped into a time machine, you might tell your younger business self.
I would say something simple that's a bit cliche, but it's so real. I think one phrase would be, it's business and never personal. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a business, when you're working with people, whether it's a customer, any aspect of communicating with people in your business, you have to keep it business and not personal. And I say that, I mean, don't take offense to things. If a customer emails us and say, hey, my package didn't get here, or my, you know, something like, you know, something argumentative, I would say, it's not, we can't take that personally. She's not saying, Kia, Nekol, I don't like you. I don't like what you know what I mean? It's just, it's a business thing. So I think keeping your business always in your head, it's business and not personal, is a key component when running a business, because you have to keep your feelings and emotions out of it and know that you're running a business, and that's really what it is, and take the emotion out of it most of the time.
Yeah, that's interesting that you said that. I was going to say something very similar, and I probably, because we just got an email last night. Sometimes we get emails, it's not even a customer, it's just someone that has an opinion about our business. And sometimes I wonder, like, what are these people, like, what do they want? You know what I mean? But so I definitely 100% agree with that you can't take it personal. And early on, I used to take everything personal because I'm a little sensitive. But we've had to learn how to just separate our feelings. I think for me, a nugget, what I would tell my younger self is really be willing to listen clearly, like really listen, especially with working with a business partner, whether, you know, it's a family, it's a friend, whether it's multiple partners. Like, you really have to take time to have like active listening. I think practice active listening, where you're not just the person that's talking and you're already formulating in your head what you're going to respond, but really taking a moment to hear what your business partner or even your customer is saying, and take a moment to take that in and then decide how you want to respond. I think sometimes, you know, we just, like I said, we're just so ready to respond back, but we're not clearly hearing what the person is saying. So I think that's important as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a nugget in business and in life, just with anything.
Yeah, it's funny. I think both of those are nuggets in business and in life, because I think so many times, like you said, everybody has an opinion, and of course, you want to make sure that you listen, to those things. And as you said so well too about what your brand stands for, it's so important to kind of keep your nose to the street and nose to the customer, so to speak, so you know exactly what they're looking for, what's coming up for them, what maybe not. What hasn't maybe even been created, and be able to create that. But I think it's so important to kind of understand that a lot of times people will project things in life and in business, and it's not all the time. Most of the time, I feel like it's not even about you. It's not about your business. Sometimes it's the way that they view the world, maybe things that they believe that they couldn't do, that they are hoping that you are able to do. But I think so many times being able to kind of take it in but not have it affect you. And that's why I love those hacks, because it allows you to really get rid of some of the stuff, take in what you can use, and to continue to move on. But at the same time, not let those things that don't serve you or your business kind of affect you too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now I wanted to ask you my absolute favorite question, which is the definition of what it means to be a CEO. And we're hoping to have different quote unquote CEOs on the show. And since I know both of you are co-owners, what does being a CEO mean to you?
For me, that means no one is going to love your business the way that you do. So ultimately, while you might be delegating responsibilities, it's still all on you. The business is still, it's your dream, it's your vision, it's everything that you have put your heart, sweat, tears into. So for me, just being a CEO is being proud of creating something that from nothing. This is Glamourina is like our baby. Even though I had Glamourina as a blog before, it was not on the level that it is now in terms of a clothing line. That's only by the help of my business partner and us working together. So I just think CEO means so many different things, but definitely it just means that you are the boss and everything is really on you.
Yeah. And I think for me, being a CEO is like having a passion, being very passionate about something and turning it into something that can build you generational wealth and financial freedom. And I think that's just in the simplest term, because for me, I've always had a passion for business. Ever since I took my first entrepreneurial class in high school, I've always knew I wanted to have a business. I've tried multiple things. Having Glamourina as a business is a passion. It's something that we started from the bottom and I want to see it through, you know what I mean? So having that passion and driving that passion to really build a successful business and financial freedom for both of us, through this passion that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so huge. And I think I love kind of you talking about, it's like a baby, or even like planting a seed, so to speak, and seeing that seed grow and water it, being passionate about it. But I think that as you said so well, I think so many times we forget that the impact we make obviously is, within us as teams and the people that, we sometimes serve, but sometimes we can't see the impact that we can make, and creates that domino effect. So like you mentioned, that generational wealth where your kids are able to really be able to enjoy the fruits, I guess, of what it is that you created and planted those seeds and grew from that passion, because you put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I think so many times we forget like all the things that are involved in creating a business. But I think when you start to see it grow, you start to see it expand, and you start to see that generational wealth and that generational impact, that's when it really kind of hits home.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I truly appreciate that definition. I appreciate your time even more. What I wanted to do is pass you the mic, so to speak, just to see if there's anything additional you want to let our readers and listeners know, and of course, how best they can get a hold of you, find out about all the awesome things that you all are working on.
Yeah, absolutely. So our collection, the Tribe collection, this is our 4th collection in 2020, is launching today, October 16th. So we are super excited about the launch and super excited to share all of these new pieces with everybody. So when this podcast comes out, the collection is going to be in full swing. So definitely make sure that you check us out at our website, www.glamourina.com. And our fans, followers, if you're listening, you can follow us on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our handle is @ShopGlamourina.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we will definitely have the links and information in the show notes as well too, so that everybody can get a hold of everything from Glamourina and all the awesome things that you all are working on. And truly appreciate your time. Appreciate you reminding us of, you know, how what we're doing and what we're creating and following our passion can turn into some really phenomenal things, not just for ourselves but our generations beyond us. And I think there's more conversation that needs to be done about that. But I appreciate you for taking this step and creating something that didn't exist before. So thank you so much, and I hope you both have a great rest of the day.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
You do the same.